Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Akim out there, spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but their spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom to the real sisters out there. Alright, I'm gonna bring out I titled this what? Why is it the four evils? I titled it the four evils because four type of evils that's coming to this place and onto this world, and one of those and is four that's mentioned in the book of Jeremiah. Right, yeah. And those four evils they about to come upon this earth. Now I was looking up. Basically, I was looking into famines and what they cause to, like, basically they bring about the collapse. It's always during, after, or before the collapse of a society, and often it brings about the collapse of a society. And I was actually looked at a Wikipedia article, basically different famines that hit these different areas of the world. There's a list of famines on Wikipedia, and it says the first famine was around 2200 BC to 100 BC. They say it was a global event and it caused famines and civilizational collapse worldwide. And then the next one, was it Rome, ancient Rome, 441 BCE, and then, it's different famines. One in, where Jake was at, 26 BC, where Jake was at, around 20, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, I don't have to look it up, but that may have been around the time when Herod, that devil, was put over was put over Jake, basically. This devil, Herod the Great, they call him. If I'm not mistaken. Or maybe, oh no, he was king of Judea from 37 BCE to 4 BCE, okay. '42 was like actually before that. Well, it was before that. Basically, who was before that? That was it was the Maccabees. The Maccabees was before Herod. And you know, that may have been what led to some of the deaths, what led to Esau, Edom taking over, basically. The same devil that tried to kill Yahushua. They're trying to say that here it was an Arab. No, Arabs are Ishmaelites. Anyways. Yeah, the Hasmoneans. They were ruling. They were ruling before. So that's just one example, basically. I don't know, 441 BC. I'm just looking up a few examples. Okay, it's not even a... Hold up. Okay. We had one after the fall of the Roman Empire, which it had began falling. Esau had began falling out of power. That was Esau's last kingdom. He had began falling out of power around the 100s AD. Whenever Septimus Severus took over, but it was finalized. And we had different famines, like you had one in history of Maya, 800, it led to the collapse of their civilization. One of them, that was Ishkar and Zebulon, the tribes was being hit too. When Jake was ruling in Europe, there was different famines they hit. you know, which basically led to the fall of Jake empires. You know, hey, before that devil Columbus arrived, you know, and Cortez and them conquistadors arrived in the Americas, there was one in the Aztec Empire. It was a famine, 1450s. But you know, Jake, Northern Kingdom they misinterpreted it. They just basically sacrificed more to those idols. They're even sacrificing, you know, other Northern Kingdom, you know, according to what? According to, you know, Apocalypto shows you that they were doing that shit, and they just did it more. As Jake was through. Famine in Europe caused by 30 Years' War, which a lot of it was Esau. It was Esau, and it was Esau, and it was some Jake kingdoms that are fighting against other Jake kingdoms. Yeah. Famine caused by Cromwell's conquest of Ireland, you know. There's famines. Some of them caused by, they cut off the food supply. Wars happen, you know, different parts of the world gets cut off by a food supply, you know. And you know, there's war actually coming to, there's a civil war, there's a race war, and there's a world war coming to the world. You know, so that will also help bring about famines. You know, hey, but the reason why that also, you know, the famines, you know, could bring about war, or the wars could bring about famines. You know, we about to have civil war in this motherfucker. So imagine. So you know, it's gonna be split up. Different areas are gonna be loyal to different causes. Like you're gonna have one area that's for example, pro-Trump, or run by pro-Trump people, run by the Proud Boys and shit. And you have other areas, what they gonna be run by what? Antifa and shit. They gonna blockade those areas. You know, there's highways going into certain cities that are gonna be blocked off. That's gonna cause famines as well. You know, already the crops. You know, already there's a condition for famine because the crops in Iowa, they were destroyed by that storm in Iowa. You know, it's a heavy farming area, and you know, these meat plants shut down during the first shutdown, and these trying to remember, and these you know, even these Gulf Coast states getting hit by these hurricanes and more coming. That's gonna cause more destruction. You know, gonna cost more. It's gonna cost more to fix. You know, draining resources. So basically, you know, it can't help your ass out. You know, when a famine hit, basically, you know, which is, it's all by design, but also you have the mosquitoes down there as well. They not only they cause disease, they also do damage to livestock and shit. You know, flooding and shit as well cause damage. You know, all this caused damage to the food supply. And then they're talking about another shutdown. You know, this time a more extreme shutdown. So when most of the economy, when the doors shut in the streets, right? Most of the economy is shut down. Most of the economy shut down. It's like a complete shutdown. Curfew is certain time, everything. A complete, even harsher. And even, they're going to come down even harder this time. That shutdown. And that's going to lead to famine as well. If you shut down most of the economy, or all of it, or most of it, you shut down the economy like that, people's means of making money. People can't make that money. People can't survive, man. People can't survive, It's just gonna, the food supply get cut off. These shutdowns do more damage, and they don't actually help with nothing. Hey, but I wanna bring out why I called this the Four Evils, and why I titled it that. And yeah, it's in Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1. Then said Yahweh Shem Yahushai to me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be toward this people. Cast them out of my sight, and let them go forth. Verse 2, Shalom Ak. Oh, we're moving on. Shalom. Hey, moving on from Esau's kingdom to Jacob's. It's just going to be a rough transition. Verse 2. You'll be able to go live. Con. I gotta bring this out, I was looking up famines and shit. Select I was looking up famines, see if there's any articles on if they think there's gonna be a famine in Babylon coming up, and I actually ran into a Wikipedia article, clicked on it. It's actually had a list of famines and shit. A lot of it led to collapse of society and shit, or was a result of a collapse of society. And that's what's coming to Babylon the Great. It's gonna have a great fall. First and 2/3 con and two thirds they're gonna fall along with this place. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass that if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for the famine to the famine. There you go. And such as are for the captivity to the captivity. So 4 types: death, sword, famine, captivity. And then verse 3, and I will point over them 4 kinds. Say the Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm bringing out that verse after. The sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. What's going to happen? Not only people are going to be hungry and starving, the beasts too. Dogs, you don't feed the dogs. Con. Purge out the old leaven at 2/3, representing the 2/3, and our own impurities, us being purified like gold, renewing Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's creating in us a clean heart, like Psalms 51 verse 10. Oh Yahweh, and renew a right spirit within me. He's doing that. Also cleansing the nation of Israel. The sword to slay, that's Esau. Esau is gonna roll, of course. And also you can't forget about these average everyday Edomites that are gonna participate in the race war. These MAGA hatters. Khan, his wife, the elect of Yasharallah. And the dogs to tear, when these dogs, these stray dogs out here, they could go hungry too. What happens when they can't eat no more scraps and trash, whatever? What happens when people's pets, they can't feed them? Gotta release them into the streets. Eventually they gonna form packs. And they gonna be fucking you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3 of y'all up. Because eventually, you're not going to be able to feed them food and shit, or even throw scraps. You ain't going to be able to afford it. You're going to be starving yourself. So they gonna turn on you. And the fowls of the heaven, these average Joes, these average Joe Schmoes, 6-pack Joes. Like the brother, like the Akim put it, six pack Joe Schmoes. Them, yeah, they're getting ready. These MAGA hatters, and see they kingdom fall, they queendom falling. They see that America ain't the same, and these even a lot of these Antifa Edomites, these regular Antifa Edomites, coffee sippers, they average as well. They just they're not the elites either. They're following what the elites tell them, both sides. Them dogs gonna form packs and tear people up because of lack of bread. You already see, you've seen packs of dogs like that before, even in regular times. So imagine in times of famine, they're gonna be like wolves and shit, tearing people up. A good show that was out showing basically the beasts of the earth and dogs and the fowls of heaven tearing people up out here is called Zoo. It's on Netflix now, but it was on TV. It showed that part of these animals, these beasts, letting loose on people. And the fowls of the heaven, man. Hey, that reminds me of that bird that kept pecking the Edomite in the head. These birds, they gonna. Oh nah, like I had an interruption. I had to go look at something up. I had to go check something out, but I'm back. Yeah, but these little birds, these big birds. The eagles, fucking owls, fucking raptors, man, falcons. You're gonna have a fucking your kid run outside or some shit. Your kid get away from you. These birds snatch your kid up. And even if they big enough, they'll fuck you up. The birds, fowls of heaven, they mainly, if you're weak, and if you're a kid, they'll be a threat to you. And then you have the beasts of the earth, just the beasts that are out there, and the wild beasts, like unknown wild beasts, newly created as well. Can't forget about them. Or inferior the bird, these big ass, man, you're gonna have to see fucking bald eagles. Esau's favorite animal. You can see bald eagles fucking swoop down. And when we find on little Edomite babies like that, little Edomite kids like that, or little 2/3 Jake kids, heathens even. They're gonna sweep down on them snatch your kid up and shit. Like the birds. There's the movie The Birds was about the fowls of heaven turning on the people. The birds. They gotta deal with the bullshit that Esau puts into the air and the electromagnetic waves and shit. That'd be killing them off. So you don't think they gonna get theirs? The beasts of the earth. The bear. You have beasts here in Babylon. The bears out there, the fucking wolves, the bears, the wolves, the coyotes. You live in the west or in the south, the coyotes, foxes, shit, fucking cougars and shit. They gonna be fucking people up. They be going into the birds, into the hood, and they gonna be fucking people up. During the last shutdown, the streets were fucking. Oh yeah, the coyote's gonna get in. There was a coyote that was fucking people up in Colorado at the beginning of this year. In Colorado, and it was not even bad out there, man. It's regular times. No, not in Colorado, in fucking Chicago. There was a coyote in Chicago. There's cases of that. But there's gonna be more of them. You live in the West. You live in the West. You live in the country, man. You live close to the country. Mountain lions and shit. Mountain lions, they even gonna go into the cities and shit. The mountain lions they'll fuck you up, man. They'll creep up on you and shit. They'll fuck you up. And there's gonna be a lot of them, man. Zephaniah 2 verse 11. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will be terrible unto them. It's gonna be terrible times coming. The day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He will famish all the gods of the earth. Famish, hunger, man. Yahweh. He's known as Al Shadia to the heathens. He's gonna show that. He's gonna show that side of him again. Same side he showed to the Egyptians and the Canaanites. Other heathens that would come up against us. Even Jake went off. He's gonna show that again. Hey, wolves making a comeback in the north and shit. Wolves in the west, north. They gonna be fucking people up. Bears as well. They gonna go in the cities and shit. Hey man, all types of beasts. Raccoons. You think they gonna, after they ain't no more trash to fucking eat, then they gonna do go into your crib. What they gonna do? Try to snatch your kid up and shit. Be several, man. Try to fuck your ass up. Try to fuck your kid up, I'm gonna let you know the exact time you want. You gonna let me know the exact time your mom leaves? Con. Yeah, man, I was thinking about it. We got war in the sheep. And the famine, it's gonna bring about a lot of this shit, man. Hey, man, it's gonna be something else. Pests are gonna go up. These animals that are considered pests, they are going to your houses and shit. Take the shit that you have, and then ain't nothing left. Only you to eat. Fucking rats, man. You know, rats. You know, you live in New York City. It's known for rats. Rats be, you know, they be getting big as fuck. You know, and if it's enough of them, and you're weak enough, they'll fuck you up. You know, hey, animals gonna be, yeah, there are plenty of them, exactly. New York City, you know, them coastal cities, you know, especially, they're gonna be fucked, you know, when it comes to that. They're gonna be dealing with a lot of them. And what do rats also spread? Plague and shit. Pestilence. Rats spread disease, so it's pestilence. You know, and there's gonna be dead bodies in fucking streets and shit. These animals, they gonna develop a taste for human blood because all these dead bodies, they gonna be eating them. You know, from the wars and shit, riots, they're gonna turn deadly. Hey, when these martial law troops shoot you, you know, think they gonna bury all the bodies and shit? They're gonna leave some out there. Piles and shit. It's actually a scripture that goes into that. As dung upon earth. So guess what the animals gonna be feasting on? And when they done, they gonna turn on you. As dung upon earth. Yeah, KJV. As dung upon earth. Jeremiah 25, verse 33, you know. Speaking of those times when the Most High Yahweh, you know, when he brought beasts on he even brought the teeth of wild beasts against Jake back then. Jeremiah 25, verse 33. Oh, skunk. Hey, you know. Hey, also rabies gonna be a motherfucker. Think about it. Filthy ass streets and shit. Rabies gonna be rampant. You know, it's a plague. It's a pestilence. It's prophesied about. You know, you may have skunks fucking people up. And the slain of Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall be in that day from one end of the earth even to the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented. They shall be dung upon the ground. You know, the slain of the Lord. Yahweh gonna show his great power. And he's gonna slay these wicked ass 2/3, these Edomites, these 2/3, these heathens, gonna slay them. And this is four ways he's gonna slay. 4 ways he's gonna slay them. You know? Yes, yeah, all types of beasts, all types. Fuck, you live in the South, huh? You live in the South? Well, you don't, but those who live in the South, man, fucking what, gators and shit? Gators, fucking Florida. You know, fucking, hey, Louisiana about to get, and that area about to get hit by hurricanes. More hurricanes, flooding. More water for gators. You know, gators gonna be hungry too. Gators gonna be hungry. You know, the Gulf Coast, man. Gulf Coast. South. You know. Fucking panthers and shit too. Luke 12 verse 46. Yahweh Shemiel, the Lord of that servant, you know, who is Yahushai, will come in that day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him in sunder, and will appoint him a portion with the unbelievers with the 2/3. So that's for these 2/3 that know the truth. The 2/3 that are in the house of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. That, they in the he's gonna, as the judgment is gonna start in his house. He's gonna clean his house before he cleans Yasharallah. He's gonna clean the house. Luke 12:46. Yup. He was going into what? He was going into a wicked servant. Hey, who then is that faithful and wise steward? Verse 42. Who his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them a portion of meat in due season. That's the elect. Hey, verse 43, the elect. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord when he cometh shall find so doing. Verse 44, of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he had, crowned on your head. Verse 45, but and if that servant say in his heart, my Lord, delayed his coming, and shall begin to beat the men servants and maidens, and to eat and to be drunk, and to drink and to be drunken. The cares of this world, right? Going back into the world. Verse 46, the Lord of that servant will come in that day when he looketh not for him. Yup. 46, in an hour when he was not aware, a thief in the night, and will cut him asunder, on point him his portion with the unbelievers. Verse 47, and that servant which knew not his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will be beaten with many stripes. That's for the fallout boys. Even that's for the fallout boys. The fallout boys will be, eventually, they survive all this. Hey, the fallout boys gonna be a part of that nuclear fallout. It's gonna be fallout. Yeah, fallout boys, man. Fallout boys. Yeah. You gotta resist it. That sloth demon that be coming on you. You gotta resist it, rebuke it, do what you gotta do. And then, so you can continue, you don't put your hand down, like, from the plow and look back. Because that's like, basically you fall back, you in the 2/3 club. And the 2/3 that are just 2/3, verse 48, but he that knew not, and did commit things worthy of stripes, shall be beaten with few stripes. For all to whomsoever much is given, of him should be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more, Of him they will ask the more. You're given more than a 2/3. A 2/3, is not given that eye salve to see. It's not given the understanding, To a 2/3, just know how to be a nigga, basically. Or for a woman, just know how a 2/3 Eve, just know how to be basically a bad bitch. Or just a wicked Eve, just a, like, idol worshiper, something like that. Some of them are just, they have there's different types of 2/3. Some are worse than others. But basically, the point is there. They don't have the knowledge, They may have the zeal, but not according to knowledge. You, on the other hand, was, given access to this knowledge, You'll fall out, it's like, it's a slap in the face to Yahweh Shai, man. It's literally like a slap in the face. You're crucifying him afresh. That's like, I did this for what? Just for him to fall out? Nah, man. Nah. Like, once you in this thing, it's like the mob. You're in it for good, You can't just walk out of the mob, right? Nah. That's according to scripture. There's a precept to that. And it's a much sore punishment. It's in Hebrews. A much sore punishment. Yeah. Verse 20, Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as a manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much more as you see the day approaching, That just goes into the Akim, gotta meet up, whether online or in person, more and more as that day approaches. Verse 26, for if we sin willfully after we have received the knowledge of the truth, there may remain no more sacrifice for sins. If you just continue to go off, you continue to be a nigga, you remain no more sacrifice. What are you doing? Hey, verse 27, with a certain fearful looking for judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries, because you make yourself an adversary to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. You make yourself an enemy of the cross. You're a traitor, basically. Verse 28, he that despised Moses' law died without mercy under 2 or 3 witnesses, and the law is not done away with. Just Yahweh Shai is a sacrifice in the high priest. Verse 29, of how much sore punishment suppose ye shall he be thought worthy who had trodden under foot the Son of Yahweh, and have counted the blood of the covenant wherewith he was sanctified an unholy thing, and have done despite unto the Spirit of grace. Trodden underfoot Yahweh Shai, man. Basically that thinking of how disrespectful that is, you basically, you fuck up. You fall out, You fall out, you're fallout. You're through. Basically, it's very little that return. You excommunicado, basically. Verse 30, for we know him that has said, vengeance belongeth unto me, I will recompense, saith the Lord Yahweh Shai. And again, the Lord Yahweh shall judge his people, He shall judge his people. Verse 31, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Yahweh, Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai. Son Yahweh Shai, shall believe. Son Yahweh Shai was the one who he destroyed Egypt. He put them plagues on Egypt. I believe, he went through that plague of death. The firstborn, I believe he was the one who did it. I believe he was the one who helped clear the way for Jake, to take the land of Israel, make it the land of Israel, even though it was destined to be the land of Israel, to, make it happen. I believe he was the one that cleared the way, also sent wasps to plague the Canaanites and the Amalekites of the heathens. mainly Canaan and Amalek that was in our land. Fucking Moab and them was also there too. The heathen, clear out the heathen that was in our land. So, that same power, he's a lion of the tribe of Judah. He's the lamb, but he's also the lion. So you just gotta persevere once you win this thing. So man. Hey, once you get the knowledge, you're sealed for either salvation or death. Once you even know, when you get the full understanding, even more. It's even more, it's even more serious. Like, you're just, you're in this thing, man. You're in this thing, you gotta endure. Yeah, man. Yeah, don't lose patience. Don't lose patience. Partly when y'all, but call to remembrance, verse 32, the former days, in which ye after ye were illuminated with, because we're the world. Esau call themselves the Illuminati, but that's the real Illuminati, is the man of the Lord, man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're the real Illuminati. Esau, they fake illuminated. They got that wisdom to do evil. Verse 33, because Illuminati simply means that, enlightened ones. Verse 33, partly while you were made a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly whilst ye became companions of them that were so used. Verse 34, yeah, because the left-hand side does not actually, give you light, illuminate, does not actually enlighten you. That's the wicked side. Give you knowledge to do evil, be crafty. That's it. Partly while you will see you were made, a gazing stock, both by reproaches and afflictions, and partly will she became companions of them that were so used. Yeah, verse 34. Hey, because y'all that will be watching this live, man. Don't be tripping off of buzzwords like that, man. Esau not the real Illuminati. Verse 34. Let me move on though. For ye had compassion of me and my bonds, and took joyfully the spoiling of your goods, knowing in yourself that ye have in heaven a better and enduring substance, better than what's on earth. Just this calm, temporary ass shit. It's gonna be consumed, with fervent heat. 35, cast not away therefore your confidence, which had great recompense reward. So your confidence in this thing, your confidence that you do like. Verse 36, your hope, confidence keep with that hope that you do elect. Verse 36, for we have no need of patience, that after ye have done the will of Yahweh, you may receive the promise. Yeah, of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that ye may receive the promise. Verse 37, for let yet a little while, and he that shall come will come and not tarry, That day is fastly approaching. Verse 38, now the just shall live by faith, but if any man draw back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him, no pleasure. Verse 39, we are not him who draw back into perdition. There's a point right here, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. So, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he ain't gonna have, his soul gonna have no pleasure in you. You draw back. You draw back into perdition, remain in the congregation of the dead. These judgments are waiting for you. much worse for those that draw back because you knew. Much worse, much worse. So it's real important to be persevere, to persevere, to be in to do persevere. It's very important. So these famines, these dogs, animals, beasts, wild beasts, fowls and shit. They gonna let loose they gonna let loose. They gonna let loose out here. And if you ain't got they gonna let loose, and if you ain't got you ain't got that covering, you ain't got the covering that is of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that strong tower, name being that strong tower. If you ain't got that, you're gonna be through out here. Because I'm gonna get that name. That name is a strong tower. That's Psalms 17, I believe. I believe it's in Psalm 17. Verse. Okay, no, that talk about the wicked. Esau, Edom. This a verse that talk about verse that talk about is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That name is a strong tower for his elect. Trying to find it. Psalm chapter 18, I believe. I'll look. I'm gonna keep looking. Hey, if you know that scripture, you could post it. The strong tower scripture. If you know it, you could post it. I believe it's in chapter 18. If I'm not, but I looked in chapter 18 and it ain't there. Oh, maybe chapter, hold up. Nah, not that one. Chapter 10, 18. Nope. Yeah, I'm looking for it. Some reason it ain't. Hey, I look for mine. I have to look up my name. I usually have to look up scriptures. I know of them, but I don't know what scripture it's in. Yeah. The name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is a strong tower. Trying to look for that one. Yeah, it's annoying. It don't occur to you. Is it in Proverbs? Let me see. Maybe in Proverbs. Yeah, Khan. The name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is a strong tower. The righteous running into it and is safe. It's Proverbs 18 verse 10. And then you have what? You have, the beast. The beast of the field shall be in league with thee. Shall be in Job 5 verse 23. Job 5 verse 23. For thou shalt be, verse 22. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of verse 23, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee, At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. 5:23 is the point right there, actually gonna be in league with us. These beasts. And the earth shall fight with us against the unwise. That's another one. You also have servants shall eat. The world shall fight with them, with him against the unwise. That's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 20. This one right here. The world shall fight with them against the unwise. His severe wrath, verse 20, his severe wrath shall he sharpen for a sword, and the world shall fight with them against the unwise. And it goes into the weather, of course. The weather, the hail, and all that. And as well as, basically the other heathen nations that are going to take down Esau either. They're going to take down Babylon. Because Esau, he's in his heaven right now, and the rest of the heathen, they down to earth. And then what? Yasharallah, we catching hell. Goes in verse 21, and shall the lightning thunderbolts. The fuck? Go abroad and from the clouds is from a well-drawn bow, so the weather shall flee to the mark. It goes into a lot of things, but that's one of them. Hailstones full of wrath shall be cast out with stone bow, and the water of the sea shall rage against them. All that flesh, basically Mother Nature, man. Well, what they call Mother Nature, basically the earth. Your mom just left, Doc. Yeah, man. After this, may go live for some time. I was going into how the name is gonna be the defense, but the 2/3 ain't got that name. So I was going into Job. Before this, Job chapter 5, verses 22 and 23. For thou shalt, when it talks about thou shalt be at league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. You know, they ain't gonna come. They ain't gonna come on the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and the men, women, and children that are part of the elect. They're gonna be protected from these beasts. This is appointed unto the heathens and the 2/3. And of course Esau. Of course that devil. Oh, and there's something else. My servants shall eat, but ye shall howl for vexation of spirit. That's scripture. Talking about the famine. Hold on. Yep. Let me see. I believe it's in Isaiah. Let me just. My servants shall eat. Hold on. After this, they'll definitely go live ock. Hey, Karnak. You know, subject, what's the subject matter you're trying to go into arc? You know, just let me know subject matter. Well, the title will tell me, but you know, maybe I'll be in the right mindset. I don't know. You know, like be on that subject. I'll be on that subject. Oh, you think you should go to camp? The Men of Valor main camp is out. I mean, not the Men of Valor main camp, the GMS main camp out there. You go to camp. The apostles. You got the apostles where you at, Huck? You know, if I had the apostles where I was at, if I lived in NYC, that area, man, I'd try to be part of the main camp. Where's that? I'm gonna look it up. My servants shall eat. And that's Isaiah 65, verse 13. The elect are the enlightened ones. Hey, what I was going into. Esau's not enlightened. Esau ain't bright. Esau dim as fuck. Esau is simple. He carnal. 16. Oh, because they go out every Saturday. Oh, so you're just gonna have your own camp out there. Hey, verse 13, 65, verse 13. Therefore saith the Lord power, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Verse 14. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. The 2/3, the through club. The 2/3 are gonna be, their bodies are gonna be like dung, like turds, like shit upon the earth. They're gonna be hungry. His servants shall drink. Servants shall drink in that day in the famine of bread and water. We won't be drinking and eating. Yahweh Shem Yahushai gonna find a way for us to drink and eat. Fuck is that shit? Weird. Weird. Could be our family cat. Family cat be out there. Oh, they gonna be starving. We won't. Yup, Karnak. I don't know what the fuck that is. Karnak. They gonna be starving, vexed, getting killed by Esau. Fuck is that shit? Heard noise. They're gonna be through out here getting fucked up by beasts. Hey, a lot of Jakes be having pit bulls in the hood, man. They be having these huge fucking pit bulls, man. Guess what? When you can't feed them, what you gonna do? Right there, you already, are you gonna abandon the pit bulls? Yeah, and the pit bulls are gonna form gangs. Gangs of fucking Rottweilers. Gangs of fucking pit bulls. Or fucking Labradors and shit. Gangs of them, man. That is 2/3 club, and a lot of this 2/3. One thing that 2/3 will do in the hood, and they'll have the dogs fight each other too. So that what they're gonna turn from fighting each other to fucking you up. A lot of vicious dogs, man, in the hood. Them dogs gonna be starving. If the dogs don't eat their ass, they gonna eat their dogs. They gonna eat their dogs. They gonna, the ones that they can't fend for themselves, they gonna eat them. Eat they pet dogs, eat they puppy, eat they cat. Like Moabites. Eat their be like Moabites, Eat their fucking pet fish that they have. Drink the fucking water. It's gonna be fucked up. Eat their they're gonna eat their words, they're gonna eat their words. Or reap fruit of their actions and eat that. According to Proverbs 1. Proverbs 1. Verses 24 on down, really 31. Therefore shall they eat of their own ways, of the fruit of their own ways, and be filled with their own devices, verse 24, because I have called and he refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Verse 25, but you would have said not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. Verse 26, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. Verse 27, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you. Verse 28, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Verse 29, for that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Verse 30, they would none of my counsel, and despised all my reproof. They didn't answer his call, so he's going to leave them on dial tone. He's going to leave a message after tone, and then, like you get blocked. Your mama get blocked. Half a ring, leave a message after tone. I didn't even get the message. Oh, man. Message from block call. Delete, 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 delete. You know. Or they just tell you leave a damn message. They gonna be leaving hello messages. Okay, they block out the men of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, so they gonna get blocked. Yeah, man, so and what they gonna eat? They words. They fruit of their action. The fruit of their actions. You know, be filled with that, not, figuratively speaking, because you can't really be filled with that. Verse 32, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. So the turning away of the simple, the simple that believeth every word, don't believe this word, don't believe the truth. They believe the word of the word of the oppressor. Esau, Edom. They believe him. They believe everything on TV, everything on there, everything pushed out by the mainstream media. That doesn't include that does include that includes all of them, including Fox News and shit. Include them as well. It's mainstream media, man. Verse 33, but whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. The elect. The elect are going to hear. His sheep are going to hear. While the lost sheep just going to stay lost. The congregation of the dead, he that departed from the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. Dead spiritually, and dead physically soon. Death by pain. Oh, that's death by pain right there. And Rottweilers, yep, they have fierce and sharp teeth. Khan, they'll fuck you up. Pit bulls, Rottweilers, they be competing for what dog the baddest. What dog will fuck you up the most. Rottweilers is pretty bad though. Pit bulls, Rottweilers, shit. Hey, I'm out here in the country, man. I actually live in the country, on the outskirts of the city. And, motherfuckers that have dogs out here and shit. Motherfuckers that got dogs, they got fucking guard dogs out here and shit. Make sure I charge up. Hey, my shit at 61 I'm good right now. Make sure, yeah, con up. Yeah. Hey, there's them. Hey, the country, man. Hey, Jake and, of course, these Edomites, these heathens that are in the country, they're in for some shit because in the countryside of Texas, got fucking coyotes and shit. Got fucking, oh yeah, Esau always need backup. He get the fiercest dog that ever existed. I'm talking about big ass dog, con. But guess what's gonna happen to his ass? Them big ass dogs, he can't feed them no more. So they gonna help themselves, them Esau. They gonna have Esau for dinner, man. He gonna get smoked, con. He gonna be like, what do they call them dogs, man? He gonna be like, you gonna get smoked by the angels. Definitely. But there's spirits created for vengeance, right? And that's one of them. Them dogs out there, man. They be spirits created for vengeance, man. The spirits of beasts that go down to the ground. You have spirits of vengeance that are in these beasts. And they're gonna be let loose. Be like, what do they call them motherfucking dogs, man? Fucking Charlie or some shit. Calm down, Charlie. Calm down. I'll get you some food. I'm gonna go out hunting. Give me my fucking hog. Shoot that motherfucker. Bring it home. Calm down. You can go hunt. Now the dog gonna hunt you. Dog gonna hunt his ass. Ecclesiasticus 39 verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury Lay on sore strokes in the time of destruction. They pour out their source, their force. Hey, these K9s, Ock. These K9s, these huge ass K9s that Esau be having, Ock. Fuck, dude, they fuck you up. They fuck you up. And they're trained to fuck you up. Hey, Esau six them on Jake, but guess what? Guess what? K9 is gonna be hungry in that day. You know? We got K9 gonna need to eat, you know, he gonna turn on that cop. Gonna turn on these Romans. They use them. Maybe may have episodes where they get broken out or some shit. Those K9s are con, man. Con. They don't play out. You know, and that go back to what Slave Patrol. When the dogs were being unleashed on Jake that was running away. You know, we got that. We got Teeth of Wild Beast sick on us. And dogs to tear and shit. Esau would sick them on us. You know, now Esau gonna get a taste of his own message. Hey, you know, Esau love these dogs. And you know why? You know why Esau love them? You know, Pitbull, K9s, Pitbulls, Rottweilers, yo. You know, they fear Sock. You know, they gonna remember everything Esau and Shesaw do to them. You know, these dogs, man, like, think these animals, they that dumb? No. They got trauma. They get traumatized by all that. They gonna remember. They gonna fuck them up. And they gonna be hungry. You know? Yeah, they threw these people with. Hey, you have Edomites that have fucking bull mastiffs and shit. Fucking big motherfucking dogs, man. Look like a whole bear rock. Tear your ass up. Eat your, tear your ass up. You know, your kid that you have, he's snack they're that dog, man. You know, these little Edomite kids as well, man. They gonna be food for them as well, man. Hey, Esau, man. Esau, these average Joes out there. Average Joe Edomites, man. They got it coming. And these average Joes and these fucking 2/3 Jakes got it coming. They gonna be shook already, They be shook, running and shit. Weak. You run from a dog. Man. But you're scared, so your first missile, cake, and food, 2/3 will be a whole feast for the missiles, man. Will be a motherfucking buffet. All you can eat. Those that survive all this shit, man. Missile food. Missile buffet. The Golden Corral symbolizing America. Hey, another thing, all these fucking restaurants, they have all these food and shit. All this food and shit, We speaking of beasts. All you can eat missile buffet, America. Babylon. Babylon already known for that. Fat ass 2 for 1. Feast. Hey, even the beasts, they gonna lunch special. There you go, Ock. There you go. Lunch special. The most, lunch special. Everybody being that bitch. Lunch and dinner special. They be crowded as a motherfucker. Like hell of missiles hitting this place from every country. on the fucking map. You know, the international tour, rock. Every country on the motherfucking map, man. You know, from Russia to fucking Rwanda, man. To fucking Kosovo. Fucking Suriname. Fucking, one of them, Pacific Islander, Japhetic countries. You know, every one of them. You know, some of them, the other nations gonna be hit by missiles from America too. And America, you know, that's the special right there. America is just Most High, Yahweh, you know, his feast. He got the best for last, doc. Yahweh Shai, you know, Most High Yahweh, son Yahweh Shai, got a real bone to pick, a huge bone to pick. You know, big bone, Guantanamo. Yep. He got axe to grind, a fucking huge pickaxe to grind with this place. Guantanamo, con. You know, this place gonna be cut down and cut off. Brutally. Yeah, man. You know, it's just these are just the body shots to this place too. You know, many body shots. That's how the Most High Yahweh works. Many body shots to weaken this place, and then the missiles. That's the KO. That's the TKO right there. And the many body shots, the famines, the fucking rib shots, the famines, the plagues, the beasts, you know. And since Jake is in the belly of the beast, right? And the 2/3 want to stay here. Well, it hits Jake too. Those that are joined. Yo, fatality, man. Fatality, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, Intergalactic Edition, World War III Edition, Yeah, Supreme Victory. Yahweh Shai with the Supreme Victory. You know, Yahweh Shai 7. You know, 7 completion, right? The complete amount you could get, you know, by a landslide, by just, you know, a massacre. Victory belongs to the king, man. Esau, zilch, 0. No points. To Esau takes the L of the night. Last place, the L. not, you know, the L, man. Takes a huge L. That's the result of this. And then he's taking L after L. And the 2/3 too. Hit after hit. You know, and that knockout punch. Lights out. Lights out, you know. Be the first one. And the Esau gonna have to carry that L to the kingdom Khan. We're gonna remind that kingdom, his enslavement in the kingdom is gonna be a daily, hourly, every minute, every second, every millisecond reminder of that L. Always gonna be on his mind. You know, he's gonna be through. He's gonna have no power in his hand. Really, his power that he has is very little compared to Yahweh Shai. You know, his power that he had, you know, his sword, his gun, you know, they're like toys compared to Yahweh Shai, you know, like little squirt guns. He gonna take that squirt gun away, beat his ass. His military little squirt gun, little Space Force. The fuck is that? little fucking jets. Little fucking rocket ships, like toy rocket ships. Nerve bullets, hot. Yahushua gonna be like, give me that. And beat his ass. You know, he saw that bully. That bully was the damn Nerf gun. Running around, fuck everybody up with that shit. But then Yahushua come back, what? You know, wasted period, what the hell that? What the hell that? Yahushua, you know, come out of nowhere, man. You don't expect Yahushua. You don't expect Yahushua, man. Hey, Esau, you know right now Esau is like Debo right now. To the rest of the nation. He's been like Debo. Hey, guess who? Hey, Craig representing who? David. House of David gonna take down Esau. Craig. You know, they know that. You look at the symbolism, man. Debo represented Goliath and represented Esau today. The beast, you know. Take everybody's shit. Take everybody's shit. Take their bikes and shit. It's mine now. Debo that shit. Then Craig it represent Jake. You know, the house of David. Craig gonna win. You know, these body shots, man. These body shots hitting them right now. And then that sling and that stone that represent what? The stone, the mountain, the stone cut without hands in Daniel. Yahushua coming back with the 144K. Yeah. And in the days of those kings, verse 44, shout the power of heaven, set up a kingdom. How will set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. You know. Verse 45, for as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mount without hands, and then it break in pieces the glass, the brass, well, might as well be brass, the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold. You know, all these heathens, you know, be subdued. The great power, Yahweh, had made known to the king, which shall come to pass hereafter in the dream is certain, and the interpretation thereof sure. You know, it's gonna happen. That stone is cut out the mount without hands. Coming straight, direct impact. Hit the 10 toes. Verse 34, thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces. He's gonna tip over. As soon as Esau the last leg, the heathens on their last leg, you know, that's Esau, on their last toes, Doc. You know the saying, 10 toes down, bro. They 10 toes gonna be broke. 2/3 finna be in the frozen coffin. That's right, Doc. Frozen. It's gonna be cold out here, Doc. It's gonna be cold. You know, Yahushua, you know, he gonna be cold with it. You know, winter is coming up, isn't it? Jacob's trouble hits in the winter. You know, Esau, well, Jake is gonna be freezing out here. The 10 toes represents Babylon being destroyed. I know that but like, you know, saying in the world, 10 toes down, right? You know, while them 10 toes, Babylon and the beast, right? They're gonna be destroyed. So the 10 toes of the statue, this giant statue, gonna be destroyed. You know, hey, they gonna be tipped over, man. That's Craig. That's Craig in Debo. Craig taking down Debo. Babylon being destroyed. Yep. Khan. The revived Roman Empire. Never to be revived again. The revived Roman Empire came back for a short season. But you know, it's dead for good. Yahweh Shai gonna make sure of it. Hey, you know, the Roman Empire was revived like that. You know, just like we've been revived back to our, you know, Yasharallah is being revived now. Yasharallah, dead bodies in the streets. Dead bones, dry bones being revived. So now it's Yasharallah's turn. Hey, you know how the Renaissance talking about the rebirth of Esau, Edom, Roman Empire? Well, like this is our Renaissance. You know, our people coming back to a true identity, starting with this elect, their true customs. That's why Esau shook. Esau is being taken down in that way. Just that Esau came with the lies, you know, the iconoclasm, painting over Jake, icons and shit. You know, just like Esau came with the lies for his Renaissance and his infiltration and deception and all that for his Renaissance, Jake come with the truth. It's Yasharallah. Yasharallah is being revived, Khan. Shall these dead bones live? Basically reborn again. The Israelite Renaissance. Israelite Renaissance starting in the late 1960s. Khan, hey, I gave you another topic for live. No, we could both go live on that. You know, if any other I can join, man, that'd be nice too. On Yasharallah is being revived. No, Yahweh Shai is, you know, he's reviving Yasharallah, you know. He's that good physician reviving Yasharallah. You know, like we're in that hospital bed. You know, Yahweh Shai, you know, seeing us dead on the streets. You know, it could be, this is like an analogy, right? See us on the street lying, Kanak. See us on the streets. Hey, download that WhatsApp, I'll send you the link to the chat. You download that WhatsApp. I think Shafar, you know, think he'd be alright with it. You know, you sincere out. But yeah, the good shepherd, Khan, the good shepherd, the physician, not the physician of no value like Esau, but the actual physician that heals, that really heals you. You know, not a, you know, that you know can go into the analogy too, right? Yasharallah been dying out here, been going to Esau for help. Esau just gives them bullshit. Esau has not healed our people. Esau, you know, only made them feel good. Didn't fucking revive our people. Esau's the one that murdered the two witnesses. Esau and then the heathens participated, their accomplices. And Yahushua found us, you know, late 1960s. Found us on the side of the road. You know, picked us up as a nation. You know, picked us up, man. Picked us up just like he healed. Yahushua healed those Jakes. He was healing our people when he first came. Oh, hiccups are a motherfucker con. Hiccups, you know, some food that'll give you more hiccups than others. they you know, they can be a bitch. Yeah. And then Yahushua picked our people, you know. Yahushua healing Yasharal as a whole. You know. We all over the place, you know, all over the place. You know. Just fucking sores from head to toe bleeding out. Yasharal been like that, you know. Bleeding out from the sores. And Yahushua, you know, it hasn't been mollified, but, you know, that's a 1/3 gonna get healed. The 2/3 are gonna continue to wax worse and worse. Because they refuse to be healed. They run away from Yahushua. They're like, no, we don't trust them. We don't trust them. We trust Esau. That's the 2/3. No, Esau, he ain't gonna heal you, he gonna kill you. He's Dr. Death. There's a lot of Edomites that are called Dr. Death, by the way. It's a lot of serial killer ass Edomites that are called that. It's for a reason. He's a physician of no value. You know, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Don't trust thy enemy. Esau is the virus. Esau, there was a, y'all be doing that elbow cough. You know, Esau, it goes with Esau as the virus. You know, there is a mask, a Halloween mask, you know, because our people be into that shit. I think an Edomite made this mask. About an Edomite. You know, it's called Karen 19. You know, about Shesaw. And it shows Shesaw ugly as fuck. With the fucking pimples, you know. Look ugly as fuck. And their fucking hairdo. It looks like the dab. Oh, that elbow cuff. Look like the dab. You know, that's... Yeah. He thought he was dabbing like... Yeah, it's that. It's something else. It's just his elbow cough. You know, the two dots in the elbow cough. That's how it shows up on my screen knock. I thought you was it's like a play on words. Yeah, Esau is the virus. That's right. Esau is the virus and physician, the physician of no value that doesn't heal you of the virus. That actually gave you the fucking virus. And give you what? Poison to treat it. That's scripture. You're all forgers of lies. Job was cussing Edomites out. Yeah, physicians of no value. Because Esau, hey man, so many scriptures that go into that. The physicians of lies, also the father of it. Also, Esau's the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. Even if Esau tries to do good, which he can't. Even if Esau tries to do good, he fails. He can't do good. He's cruel. He doesn't have a heart. Like, that saying, have a heart, right? In the world. Have a heart, man. That saying, he don't have that. He just show you that he had. It's a front. It's a front, They'll show you, they'll make you think that they have a heart, but they don't. They just, and they're the damn devil. I mean, come on, they're the wicked. Yeah, these Edomite so-called friends of his, they was like talking shit to him. Joe was going through it. No harmony, Ak. None, Ak. Joe Esau is cruel, Ak. Ecclesiasticus 22 verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in a time of trouble. Constantly endure. Because Yahweh Shai, he got your, he got your back out here, man. When people say Job was an Edomite, no fucking way, man. Yahweh is not gonna work with the Edomite like that. No fucking way. Job was the only one that could do sacrifices to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, showing that the others, they were heathens. They want Eliphaz the Temanite, that's the Edomite. He's living in the land of Uz, Esau. Yahweh was not in all their thoughts. No walk. Because they think like that. They're wicked. They're not. They're wicked and cruel, cold-hearted. Yeah, I'm trying to find that. That scripture, man. When you talk when you talk about that. Somewhere in here. Yeah. I know that in verse 30, he cusses out Esau. Calling them, basically brings out how they're cave people. And they do, they was fucking with him. He's in the land. Looking for it. Yeah. Oh, shit hurt. 13 verse 4. But ye are all forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. That's Esau. Verse 5, that ye would altogether hold your peace, and it should be your wisdom. He was like, just shut the fuck up, Esau. Hey, verse 6, hear now my reasoning, and hearken to the pleadings of my lips. Verse 7, will ye speak wickedly for Yahweh, and talk deceitfully for him? Verse 8, will ye accept his person, or will ye contend for Yahweh? Verse 9, is it good that he should search you out, or as one mocketh another, as do ye so mock him? Verse 10, he will surely reprove you, if ye do secretly accept persons, Verse 11, shall not his excellency make you afraid, and his dread fall upon you? Verse 12, your remembrances are like unto ashes, your bodies to bodies of clay. He was like, hold your peace. Verse 13, let me alone that I may speak, and let come on me or will, He's gonna trust in Yahweh Shai, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. But I'll maintain my own ways before him. Hey, verse 2, he's telling these devils, what ye know, the same do I know also. Also, I am not inferior unto you. Esau had a superiority complex. Esau thinks that he knows all things, basically. And wise man are teaming, they let their wisdom, they little wisdom they have, they let their wisdom to do evil go to their heads. And their privilege go to their heads. He's a Temanite too. Eliphaz, Yeah, but that's why they're gonna get judged, Doc. That's why. And then Jake that wanna take the devil's side, they're gonna get judged too. The Jakes that wanna follow the ways of Esau will get the judgment of Esau as well. That famine, the dogs, the terror, all that. For Jake, that's 2/3. For Esau, and for, these Jezebels out here, these hoes, they gonna be eaten up by these dogs like Jezebel. That's something else. You look at Jezebel, the dogs licked Jezebel's blood. I believe they ate her flesh. Just like, I was bringing out how these dogs, they're gonna also be turned on these wicked women, these Jezebels. Just like dogs ate Jezebel's flesh, they're gonna be turned on them as well. Alright, when shit hit the fan out of nowhere, they gonna be doing whole shit. And then these beasts gonna be looking for their ass. They're those that don't want to get behind the man of Yahweh Shem Shai. They're gonna be food for the dogs out there as well, and for the beasts. That's something else that's gonna happen. These wicked women gonna get judged. Micah 7 verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is Yahweh Shem Shai thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her, nor shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. We're going to watch it happen. You're not going to intervene either, you wicked. We're just going to watch it, or we ain't going to do shit, We ain't going to do shit, because y'all is wicked as fuck. Jezebel and the dogs, dogs here. Oh, 2 Kings 9 verse 10 and 12. 9 verse 10 to 12. And it came to pass at the end of 20 years. Oh wait, 2 Kings, this is first. Second Kings 9 verse 10 verses 10 to 12. Got it right here. And the dogs shall eat Jezebel in the portion of Jezreel, and there shall be none to bury her. Then he opened the door and fled. Then Jehu, verse 11, came forth to the servants of his Lord, and one said unto him, Is all well? Wherefore came this mad fellow to thee? And he said unto them, Ye know the man and his communication. Verse 12, and now they said, It is false. Tell us now. And he said, Thus and thus. And he spake, and thus spake he to me, saying, Thus saith Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I have anointed thee king over Israel. Verse 13, then they hasted and took every man his garment, and put it under him on the top of the stairs, and blew a trumpet, saying, Jehu is king. Verse 14, so it was like a coup. I'm going to go into the story of dogs eating Jezebel. So Jehu, the son of Jehoshaphat, the son of Nimshi, conspired against Joram. Now Joram had kept Ramoth Gilead, he and all of Israel, because of Hazael, king of Syria. Verse 15, but King Joram was returned to be healed in Jezreel of the wounds which the Syrians had given him when he fought with Hazael, king of Syria. And Jehu said, If it be your minds, and let none go forth nor escape out of Jezreel. Verse 16, so Jehu rode in the chariot. Wait, hold up. Let me get to that part. And then verse 30, when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face and tied her head and looked out at a window. This part right here, I fast forwarded to verse 31. And as Jehu, I'm probably going to wrap up soon. And as Jehu entered in at the gate, shit. He said, had Zimri peace, who slew his master. Verse 32. And he lifted up his face to the window and said, who's on my side? Who? Salakia. And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. Verse 33, and he said, throw her down. And so they threw her down. And some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses, and he choked her on the foot. Verse 34, and he was come in. He did eat and drink, and he said, go see now this cursed woman, and bury her, for she is a king's daughter. And he went to bury her. Verse 35, but they found no more of her than the skull and the feet and the palms of her hands. Verse 36, because the dogs ate her. Verse 36, wherefore they came again and told him, he said, this is the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is spake by his servant Elijah the Tishbite, saying, in the portion of Jezreel shall dogs eat the flesh of Jezreel. Verse 37, and as the carcass of Jezreel shall be dung upon the face of the field in the portion of Jezreel, so shall they not say, this is Jezreel. When she was actually ate by dogs, they threw her down, and she was ate by dogs. That was her judgment. And you hoes, man, y'all gonna get judged too. You wicked women out there, you hoes, Jezebels, y'all gonna get judged too. By dogs, by whatever, by beasts, by D-beast, Esau, by, like that, man, by these, y'all gonna get judged in many different ways as well. You Jezebel, y'all gonna get judged by the hand of those simps that you have around you. Those manjanas, man, they gonna judge you as well. It's many ways that you Jezebel is gonna be judged. That's one of them, though. And that goes with what I'm talking about. The sword and the dogs. The beasts. Hey, ultimately, man, the beast is, is symbolic, right? Because this whore, Babylon is compared to a whore, right? And the beast shall hate the whore. Symbolic, on the grand scale of things. It's symbolic to the beast hating the whore. Revelation 17 verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So on the grand scale of things, NATO, the beast, it is gonna turn against the whole America. The last war that NATO was gonna fight is against Babylon, against America, along with the Russians and the other heathens. America, Babylon set up NATO, but NATO is going to turn against Babylon. It's also, hey man, literal fulfillment, the beast turning on 2/3 and on Esau and heathens, but also the whore, the great whore, Babylon, getting destroyed by the beast. And the beast, basically Babylon's pit bull. That's NATO. Basically, it's going to turn on Babylon. And so, hey, it all links up. Hey, the pale horse. The pale horse speaks of these events as well. It's like a precept to it. The pale horse. I'm going to get into it. Revelation 6 verse 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. It's actually the name of a book. by Bill Cooper, who was smoked by Esau. He spoke too much truth. I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name sat on him. That sat on him was death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. And that's what I was speaking of. The beasts of the earth, also with hunger, and with sword, and with death. So the other types of death, what? Pestilence. And of course, sword, Esau. Esau coming down, man. Esau what? Esau the beast, right? The beast that the most cunning, the most subtle, all the beasts of the field. The heathen are compared to beasts, and Esau, is that snake. So, hey, the snake is gonna bite Eve. And even the whore, that snake is gonna turn on itself. Esau is gonna turn against Esau. And Babylon is America, it's female. It's a feminine name. It's actually a name. It's a girl's name. And the beast, of course, implies that, it's the force, the military, the brute force. So the male element of Esau, Edom, basically. And the woman element, or run the. It's also how Esau's system is set up. The woman over the man, right? That's how America run NATO. And then, of course, Amalek, the Rothschilds, in charge of both. And the state of so-called Israel, in charge of both. Hey, but the state of so-called Israel is gonna be destroyed. And them fake Jews gonna be destroyed by Russia, Iran, Ishmael, and then America next. And they gonna send, the whore is gonna let her pit bull loose basically on Russia and shit, on the Medes and the Persians and Ishmael, even China. Many people with them. That includes China as well. Well, what's a bear? What's a bear to a pit bull? Eventually, the pit bull gonna turn on the whore, the woman. Hey, also, look at that's why these Karens are all wilding out. Because she saw the power that she saw have, is going down. The standard of beauty, right? The standard of, the beauty of kingdoms, really a kingdom, America. Beauty of kingdoms is a kingdom, America, It gets complex. It go deep. But it all links up. That's why it all links up to that, man. And the fourth part of the earth, I was gonna bring this up. The fourth part of the earth, that's North America. The first part being what? That's the northern hemisphere, northern part of the western hemisphere, fourth part. The first part was where the land of Israel is, Middle East, The second part, Earth is divided up. 4 quadrants, basically. Northern, southern, eastern, western. And first one was basically the southeastern quadrant. Where the Middle East at, the land of Ham is at, Elam, all the way out there, the Japhet land. There now. All the way out there, man. Southern Europe, Mediterranean area, all the way over there. And then the northeast part of the earth, Russia, the Medes, right? China, Moab, the rest of Europe, actually, let me take that back. The northeast part is the first part because that's where the Middle East, so North Africa is at. What's called the Middle East today, where Yasharallah is in the southeast part of the earth, quadrant of the earth. Ham moved down. Jake also moved in that direction. After 70 AD, Japhet went to the Pacific Islands, in that same area. Well, not in the same area, but the same quadrant. Makes sense. Then, so basically, fourth part of Earth is North America. Because, you look at it, the utmost part of the Earth. There's actually a precept to what I'm saying. So all these things, they're mainly going to hit in North America, where Babylon is at. Satan don't sleep. Oh, definitely, Ak. Definitely. Well, what you trying to say, Akio? What you trying to say? Uttermost part of the earth. Uttermost parts of the earth. Uttermost part of the earth. Hey, man. The farthest that this word has gotten. Oh, from the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous. Why? Because the elect, the bulk of Yasharallah is there. Isaiah 24, verse 16 to 23. From the uttermost part of the earth, we have heard songs. Even glory to the righteous. Babylon. Oh, Satan constantly fucks with you. Also, Esau, the physical counterpart of Satan. He's always plotting day and night. Night when everybody else is asleep, but Esau will be plotting to do wicked shit. When in the shadows, nobody know. In the groves and shit, he be doing his wickedness. But in the dark, he hides in the dark. He thinks darkness is his strength. Hey, well, Bane, let Bane tell it. I was molded by it. Born in it, molded by it, Because Jake has been, Bane represents Jake. Jake has been in this shadow, the land of the shadow of death. The valley of the shadow of death, It goes into all that. Yeah, Yahweh, Most High Yahweh is just chilling in the darkness. Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai, he's not just a lamb, he's a lion. Well, I said my leanness woe unto me. Okay, it goes into something else, basically. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. Yeah, it's talking about basically the wicked. But hey, even Yasharallah back here, man. Yahweh Shai gonna plead with all flesh. That's right, dog. Verse 15 say, wherefore glorify ye the Lord, Yahweh, in the fires, Even the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai of the Lord power of Israel and isles of the sea. So it says fires, we gonna go through that fire. Also valleys, we in the valley of the shadow of death, ain't we? For that 15, you have the little side notes say all valleys. He gonna plead with all flesh according to who? According to what? Joel chapter 3. Armageddon. Armageddon in the valley of decision. A Joel 3 verse 1. Verse 2 straight to the point. Verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time will I bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, gathering us back together, right, waking us back up. Verse 2, I also will gather all nations in those days, the same days. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. These heathens, they all took apart. Every last one of them. Why they all gonna be judged? Especially Babylon. Fucking Babylon got it the worst. Esau got it coming the most. Esau is the ringleader, Rock. He's he's the leader of the conspiracy. So he's gonna get dealt with the harshest. Then probably Moab, Ham, Moab, Ishmael, and then down the list. And this is just the start of it, the beginning of sorrows. 2/3 gonna be dealt with as well, because they're traitors. This is the start of it, the start of the beginning of sorrows, for the Esau heathens, 2/3, and then 2/3 are gonna be right, but the sorrows continue for Esau and for the heathen. They continue for the heathen for 1,000 years. They're gonna be hardcore bondage, and for Esau, then to the very end of his nation, he will no longer exist as a nation after those 1,000 years. Esau will be extinct. There's no Edomites. That's not a nation anymore. Hey, so Esau, Esau got the worst fate out of all of them. I'm gonna take the biggest hell. This is the beginning of it, the beginning of sorrows. And then, it's going to proceed. It's not going to always stay at the beginning. It's just the beginning. It's going to progressively get worse, America is going to deteriorate, decay. The worms has spread over basically. Worms has spread over Esau and over his system. Now you see the sown places suddenly appearing unsown. America, no one thought it would have another civil war. But now you see it. Now a lot of people say, yeah, we're going to have a civil war. It's a poll that came out. I think 60-some% think it's likely. 40% strongly feel that it's going to happen. People know. The people who doubt that this is going to happen are in the minority. The strongly doubt are in the, very minority. 20-some%. Most people are aware of the coming civil war. That's about 6 out of 10 people in Babylon are aware of it, They can see it, man. The riots, Trump supporters threatening to murk Biden supporters, and Jake's. There's been similar threats from the other side, from the Antifa, but, we don't. Trump supporters coming straight out with it. There's gonna be civil war. Whether we win or lose. Because Trump gets in again, Antifa BLM, you know, they gonna raise hell out here, man. And that's headed up by Edomites. They gonna raise hell out here. And then what gonna happen? The militia's gonna come in, military. You know, they gonna come in to the cities and start. They use that as an excuse to snipe Jake. Oh, they pop BLM and then just pop you. You know, just for being a Jake. And then their own as well. Just for being a Jake, and then their own gonna get popped. And then vice versa, you have you had like a shipment. I went live on this before, man. You had a shipment of weapons that had been caught in Louisville, Kentucky. They had been shipped there from China. These other nations see where America going, and they take these enemy nations take full advantage. China is tired of Babylon. So, you know, if China can help Babylon fall, you know, without nuking it, they'll do it. But it's not gonna work out that way. But they gonna try. Don't mean they ain't gonna try. You caught one. Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? That's saying, you know, and it's true, man. They caught one. There's probably other shipments that ain't been caught. Like, gone to them, man. Gone to the people that wanted them. You know, untraceable weapons. They had the parts made on their own. That's the sword. That's part of the sword coming on this place. Egyptian versus Egyptian, civil war. Sedition among men, that's part of the sword. You know? And there could be, that EMP be another one. That plague of darkness. That's just gonna intensify all this shit, man. You know, it's a famine already. It's a famine. It's a famine. People hungry. It's a civil war out there. You know, famine gonna contribute to the civil war as well. It's a civil war out there, and the civil war is gonna contribute to the famine and the pestilence. There's bodies on the floor, diseases, and the beasts feeding on the bodies, and developing that taste for human flesh, and that you know, just all out hell breaking loose. All hell breaking loose, man. And then now what? You know, in addition to all that, Moab fucking hit this bitch with the EMP. Through, over with. Dark as fuck. Dark as fucking, you know, darkness you can feel. That's part of the plagues too. That darkness that you can feel. That plague that hit Egypt is prophesied to hit the seat of the beast Babylon. New Egypt. You know, so these beasts already out there, already developed taste for human flesh. That famine already kick in. That civil war, you know, has already been raging. And then what? A martial law troops deployed, and what? Boom, fucking EMP, fucking beast, that unknown wild beast getting released out here. Fucking, beast that, like, they don't be showing their ass out here. Like the dinosaurs. Beasts like that. Beast people think it's just a myth. They gonna be showing their ass out here. They gonna be showing their teeth out here. You know? And then when you can't see these beasts, you know, that plague of darkness, that EMP hit, you know, it's dark as fuck. This gonna be something else. They just gonna tear your ass up. Can't even run. They gonna tear your ass up, feast on you, bro. They gonna know, man. The beast know. And then not only that, of course you're gonna have demons as well, fucking with people. Apparitions and shit. Apparition, people getting possessed, fucking people up. All hell is about to break loose. All hell, like a time like no other. Just imagine all the darkest times in human and Israelite history. All the darkest times rolled up into one, jacked up on steroids of the strongest type. So imagine that, it's all that, it's gonna be a time like no other, unescapable unless you got the name, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, unless he's on your side, you're through. Yeah, man, a time like no other, like Yahushai put it. Matthew chapter 24 tells you that. Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be. So, no ever shall be. That's it. That's it. No ever shall be. Not ever was. Verse 22, and except those days be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. But for the elect's days, those days should be shortened, for the elect's sake. So if you ain't the elect, you through. In the winter coming up. Out in the winter coming up. And what it say? Verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. So you better hope that this shit pop off either before or after the winter. You better hope. But these Edomites, they when they hunt, man, they gonna be hunting you, Jakes. When they hunt, they like hunting the fucking winter and shit. The fall and the winter. That's when they like to hunt. November and shit, I think, is when I believe it begins around November, the hunting season. They like to hunt you Jakes around that time. November elections. They announced the results for Trump, all out hell. They announced the results for Biden, all out hell. Like that Trump supporter said, a MAGA hat, proud ass devil wearing that MAGA hat. Trump threw, yo. Trump is Nero, Hey, Chief brought out that Trump was actually on a boat. He wasn't even in the hospital, It's fucking psyop. Chief Gabar, man. He brought that out. That's why they hate Chief. But, hey, it's a psyop, It's a psyop. If they say Trump died because of that, he alive. He chilling in a bunker. If they say he died, it's a psyop to get these fucking Trumpers riled up. Oh, yeah, a deep state killed him. Get him like that. And then they link they link BLM and Antifa with the deep state. BLM, represents all Jakes. Especially Jakes that don't bow to the beast. Represents them. And so, there you go, man. Blaming it on Jake. They will blame the death on Trump indirectly on Jake, for real. And then they're gonna roll into cities and shit. Start gunning down Jakes. It's just all set up, the BLM gonna respond. Fucking the new Black Panthers, all that gonna respond. They gonna take some Edomites out. 2/3 are gonna get their lick. NFAC, all of them. I believe you even have like militias that are on the side of Antifa. I believe so. You have some that are on the side, they're basically all the way to the left, basically. You're gonna have some of them too. You're gonna have like a fucking clash between the left and the right, and Jake and Esau. And then, also the shutdown, NYC, they're already talking about, the mayor, de Blasio already talking about another shutdown. When it starts in these areas, and then it moves in, and they shut down the whole motherfucking country. Hey, you have a actual shutdown that's that bad, may not even have elections. Oh no, stay at home, heavily restricted, may not even have it at all. Some states may just be shut down completely, or the whole fucking nation. We'll see how it plays out. In some states they're doing away with mail-in ballots because they say that shit could be fraudulent. They the Republican states. The Republicans don't trust in that process. Are they gonna show up at the polls? Democrats, they trust in that process. They believe in that Rona. So what they gonna do? They gonna send their mail. They gonna mail in the ballots. Mail-in ballots don't get to the if there is a so-called election, that's an if right now. The mail-in ballots not gonna get to the shit, a lot. And then and the ones that do, they're illegitimate. Trump is gonna declare them illegitimate. Trump could just do that. There's fraud. There's a coup against me. Also I believe that little stunt is to push the vaccine. If he survives, push the vaccine. He's gonna get the vaccine. I'm good now. See, the vaccine is safe. They're gonna push the vaccine. Trump said he'll use the military to distribute it. What do you think that means? It means that martial law. And I'm forcing the shot on you. We gotta know you took the shot. That will lead to the chip. The immunity certificate will lead to the chip. So it's just, that's how it's going. It just goes to one destination, the chip. The chaos too is gonna lead to that as well. All this, the Rona madness, the food shortage that's caused by Esau. Esau is engineering this shit so that you're starving and you'll come to him for help, for one of all things. Hey man, Esau's the damn devil. He want to be worshipped. And like he want to be as the Most High. You depend on him for all things. You get chipped, he know where you at all times. He can cut your shit off. Kill you. Shit, there's chips that even have fucking cyanide in them. Chips have that, Could get those chips. Have the cyanide. Other chips that, they just cut them off. You just won't be able to buy shit. So you just starve. And then Esau knows where you are. So he'll just send the dogs after you, man. He'll send troops after you, round you up. kill you, just murder you right there. No, Esau, that's what he wants. He wants to be like the Most High, and it tells you that in Isaiah chapter 14 about these devils. He says, "For thou hast said," I'm talking about Lucifer, which is Esau, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, Yahweh. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High." That's Esau's pride. That he say, no, I want. He actually says, I will. Esau is proud. The eagle is a perfect representation of Esau. He's a proud devil and a demon. Esau, Esau don't think his kingdom ever gonna go down, man. He think he gonna defend his kingdom, like even from a Yahushai. Esau think he gonna take Yahushai out, like Independence Day. By Obadiah go into Esau, say in verse 3, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, the safe in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground, At the same time, verse 2, he swore among the heathen, greatly despised. And that's one reason. But verse 4, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, say the Yahweh Shem. So this is all part of that. He's even using his own to bring them down. Even destroying the wisdom from Teman, so that he makes fucked up decisions. Slips up, causes himself to fall. He's even doing that. Even using himself using Esau against Esau. But Esau's proud. Esau is just, he's smug, man, for real. Hey, so, with that, I want to wrap it up. I hope this live was edifying. I want to go all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of a great millstone. Salutations to the Akim, spreading this truth like wildfire. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations, but the Spirit bears witness that they're the children of Yahweh Shem Shai. Shalom to the real sisters out there. Alright, stay strong, Akim and Akwath. Hope for men and women of valor, hopeful elect out there. Stay strong. We almost out of here. Esau kingdom going down through the motherfucking ground into the stones of the pit. We almost out of here. It's almost over with. The American nightmare is almost over with. Those that still believe in the American dream, it's gonna be shown that's actually a nightmare. It's gonna change to the American nightmare since they won't stay asleep. But we see it for what it is, a nightmare. We woke. We not asleep like them. So it's through, yeah. This place is through. It's going down. The worms are covering it. It's through. It's over with. It's a wrap. Just need a beat to it. And it's coming. That drum is coming, man. It's coming. The drums of war, you can already hear them. The drums of war, and you hear the drums of war and the trumpet, Trumpet. We sound that trumpet, man. Sound that trumpet, warn the people of what's coming, of the impending doom. That's why, prophets of doom, we called Esau, Nero and Bush both called us prophets of doom. And that's the reason why. Because we prophesy the doom of this place, they don't like it. But doom is coming to this place. This place is through. Finito, done, over with, a wrap. Just need a beat, like I said. So, yeah, I hope this live was edifying. Hope this live was edifying. Stay strong. Be that enduring branch, enduring to the end. That's like according to Matthew 24:13, Yahweh shall tell you to endure to the end. To the patience and faith of the saints. The patience and faith of the saints is we're gonna get what we're waiting for. So keep that patience, don't lose it. Don't draw back. You draw back, get beat with many stripes. You're even more through. You're way too through. You're not just too through. So hey, I hope this live was edifying. Stay strong. Shalom. Esau, you're through. Esau, you're going down. You're doomed. Second Ezra 6 verse 9. Esau, the end of this world. Yasharallah, the beginning of the next. We're pulling down strongholds. Shalom. Salah, close it prematurely. Still up. We pulling down strongholds. Yahweh Shai, when you come back, that final pull going down. Shalom and Yasharallah forever.